What if I told you that just $20,000 could change your life forever? Not because of what you can buy with it, but because of who you become while saving it. Think about this. There's a guy named Sam. He works long hours at a job he doesn't love, but he stays because he has to. Every month, his paycheck disappears within days. Rent, bills, groceries, debt payments. He dreams of switching careers, maybe starting a business, but he can't afford to take that risk. Like so many people, he's not lazy or unmotivated. He's just stuck in survival mode. Now imagine one simple change. Sam decides to follow something called the Rule of $20,000. He builds a small saving habit. At first, it's slow, $100 a week, sometimes less. But over time, that account starts to grow. $5,000, $10,000, $15,000. And when he finally hits $20,000, everything changes. He's not stressed about bills anymore. He's no longer forced to say yes to every job out of fear. He now has options. That's the moment when money stops controlling you, and you start controlling money. That's the power of the first $20,000. Let's talk about the rule of $20,000. This rule isn't a get-rich-quick trick. It's a mindset, a test that proves you can take control of your financial life. The idea is simple. Build a saving habit strong enough to reach your first $20,000. Why $20,000? Because it's the point where your discipline transforms into freedom. It's not just a number. It's proof that you can delay gratification, plan for the future, and make money your ally instead of your master. The rule of $20,000 isn't about luxury or showing off. It's about security, stability, and self-respect. It's about knowing that if your boss fires you tomorrow, you won't panic. You'll take a deep breath, step back, and choose your next move. Not from fear, but from freedom. Let's get something clear. $20,000 won't make you rich, but it will make you free. You see, the real power of the first $20,000 isn't in the money itself. It's in the mindset you build to get there. When you save that first $20,000, you're not just accumulating cash. You're building a muscle most people never develop. Financial discipline. Most people live their entire lives in what psychologists call the survival loop. It's a cycle where every paycheck goes straight to expenses, leaving little or no buffer. They're one emergency away from panic. And when you're stuck in that loop, you can't think long-term. Your brain is always in fight-or-flight mode, focused only on making it to the next month. But here's the secret. Once you have savings, you break that loop. Behavioral finance studies show that even a modest emergency fund drastically reduces stress and improves decision-making. The Federal Reserve's own research found that nearly 40% of Americans can't cover a $400 emergency without borrowing. Now imagine what having $20,000 does to your peace of mind. It gives you breathing room. And that breathing room changes everything. Let me give you an example. Sarah, a graphic designer, was stuck in a low-paying job she hated, but she made a commitment to save. $300 a month, every month. She cut subscriptions, cooked at home, took on small freelance projects. 2 years later, she hit her first $20,000. That single habit transformed her life. With that safety cushion, she finally left her toxic job and went freelance full-time. Within a year, she was making twice her old salary and working on projects she actually loved. That's what the rule of $20,000 does. It gives you the power to choose. Not from desperation, but from confidence. And here's something fascinating. Once you hit that first $20,000, the next one comes faster. Why? Because now you have momentum. You have capital that can earn money for you through investments, business ideas, or skill growth. But more importantly, your mindset has changed. You're no longer someone trying to save. You're someone who does save. It's the same reason Warren Buffett says, the first $100,000 is a bitch, but you gotta do it. He wasn't just talking about investing. He meant that the first chunk of money is the hardest because you're building new habits, fighting your old impulses, and rewiring how you think about money. After that, it gets easier, faster, smarter. Let's put some perspective on that $20,000. At a 6% annual return, a fairly conservative long-term rate for index funds, your $20,000 becomes about $40,000 in 12 years if you never add another penny. But if you keep adding even $300 a month, it grows to over $100,000 in the same time. That's the magic of compounding. Your money starts working while you sleep. But again, the point isn't just the math. It's what happens to you along the way. You learn patience. You learn control. You learn how to delay gratification. And those habits spill into every part of your life, your career, your relationships, your confidence. So when I say the first $20,000 changes everything, I mean it literally. It's the line between financial chaos and financial control, between saying I have to and saying I choose to. That's why the rule of $20,000 isn't about getting rich quick. It's about building the foundation for freedom. Because once you prove to yourself that you can save $20,000, you'll never go back to living without a plan again. All right, let's talk about the how. Because motivation without a roadmap is just noise. The truth is, saving your first $20,000 doesn't require a six-figure salary. It requires clarity, consistency, and commitment. You don't need to do everything at once. You just need to start and stay the course. Let's break it down step by step. Step 1. Set a clear goal and timeline. Decide when you want to hit $20,000. For most people, that's somewhere between 12 and 24 months. That means roughly $830 to $1,600 per month, or about $200 to $400 a week. Sounds big? Sure, but remember, you don't get there overnight. You get there dollar by dollar. Write it down, track it, name it your freedom fund. Step 2. Automate your savings. The biggest mistake people make is relying on willpower. Don't. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to a separate savings or investment account the day your paycheck lands. When saving becomes automatic, it's no longer a decision. It's a habit. It's the same reason people successfully pay bills, because they're automatic. So make paying yourself the first bill you pay every month. Step 3. Cut the leaks without killing your joy. Most people think saving means suffering. But that's wrong. It's not about deprivation, it's about direction. Go through your monthly statements and find the leaks. Subscriptions you forgot, takeout habits, unused gym memberships. You'll be shocked how much you can reclaim without feeling it. Even cutting $10 a day in random expenses, coffee, snacks, small Amazon buys, adds up to $3,650 a year. That's almost 20% of your goal right there. Step 4. Boost your income. You can only cut so much, but your earning potential is limitless. Use your evenings and weekends to grow skills that make you more valuable. Freelance, tutor, design, sell online, or even start something small that scales. Every dollar you earn outside your main job accelerates your freedom clock. Remember, the goal isn't to work harder forever. It's to build momentum so your money starts working for you. Step 5. Track progress and reward discipline. Every $1,000 you save is a victory. Celebrate that. Because when you acknowledge progress, your brain starts associating saving with success, not sacrifice. Keep a visual tracker, a chart, a bar, a phone note. Watch that number rise. Because once you see that balance hit 5 figures, you'll never want to go backward. And here's the most powerful truth. The act of saving $20,000 matters more than the $20,000 itself. Because during that journey, you've built the muscle of control. You've proven you can delay gratification, prioritize your future, and stick to a vision even when life throws distractions at you. You become a different person. Someone capable, calm, and in command. Once you hit that first $20,000, something shifts inside you. You realize this isn't just savings, it's leverage. That money buys you time, peace, and most importantly, choice. You no longer take the first job that comes your way just to survive. You choose the one that aligns with your goals. You stop making decisions out of fear and start making them from a place of power. That's the real gift of the rule of $20,000. It's not about the amount. It's about the freedom that comes with it. But don't let that money sit idle. Make it work. Keep a portion, maybe 3 to 6 months of expenses, in an emergency fund so you can sleep peacefully at night. Then let the rest grow. Invest in index funds, skill building, or side projects that multiply your income. Because when your money starts earning for you, time becomes your ally. And here's the magic. The next $20,000 comes faster. The habits, the discipline, the confidence you built, they compound just like your money does. You're no longer in survival mode, you're in strategy mode. $20,000 won't make you rich, but it'll make you free. Free to walk away from toxic jobs. Free to say no when something doesn't fit your values. Free to chase what truly matters because your bills are covered and your future is in motion. So start now. Save your first $20,000. Not to impress anyone, but to prove to yourself that you can. Because once you do, everything about the way you see money and life will change forever. Will change